Okay, so I just redid the organization on these things recently, but I am pulling everything out and I'm going to wipe all the spaces down. So again, there's some like bowl storage, casserole dish storage. There's my extra crock pot, my old one that still works for like, you can't cook meat in it, doesn't get warm enough for like cheese dips and stuff like that. All our Tupperware, all our plates. So I'm going to pull these out and wipe it down. I just wanted to show you guys how I store that stuff. I'm going to do that, but also this was recently, occasionally I go through and I wash everything in the drawers or in the cupboards just to keep them clean. And that probably sounds like absolutely insane, but this is just our silverware, our daily silverware, and some, I don't know, miscellaneous. I don't know why we have 2 can openers. But yeah, that's that stuff. This is a mess. Oh my gosh. This is like a bunch of cake pans, cupcake pans, pizza pans. This is going to be a nightmare to go through, but I'm going to. I'll show you guys in a minute. Hey guys, so I was editing and I realized I never showed you guys the organization for this, and it's really dark, but that is how I organize the pans down there. So I'm just gonna pop this into the video where it's appropriate. Okay, so this is my other storage. I'm gonna pull everything out, wipe it down. I just went through all this stuff recently, so I know I still need everything I have because I use it all. This is my junk drawer. Keep that pretty organized because I'm pretty OCD. Excuse me, Ralph. Down here, Ralph. Ugh. There's my other crock pot, the rice cooker, and some more bowls and a hand mixer. That's what's in there. So I'm just gonna wipe all this down. Okay, so now we're on to this. This is absolutely horrible. I know, it's terrible. So shameful. Oh yeah, I scrubbed down the sink. I don't know if you guys can see how shiny it is. I used hot water and baking soda with like a vinegar rinse. And so I did that, but all right, I'm gonna get all this organized and wipe everything down. Also, I forgot to mention, you guys, I've been like wiping down all the cabinets and kind of polishing them. That's been a chore, but I've been doing that too. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I'm trying to hurry because I'm losing light. I would like to get done with everything but floors tonight, but we'll have to see. Okay, so I finished this. There's no particular organization to it necessarily. It's just so the things I reach the most I put at the front, and things I don't that often in the back. So that's that. And then for the dishwasher, I do this probably once a month. I'm going to run a vinegar cycle to kind of clean it out. You might have seen on Pinterest where they put a cup of vinegar sitting in the top, but that honestly doesn't ever come out like it's supposed to. What I do is I pour a bunch of vinegar in the bottom and I put some in the top, and I just run it. It works fine. Okay guys, time for the floor. This is my shop vac I use to clean all my floors. I use this attachment. It gets dog hair up without it flying in the air like sweeping, and it has high suction, so it pretty much grabs anything that a broom could plus more without having to use a dustpan. So that is how I clean them. So I'm going to do the floors like a person would sweep, get everything up. Then I'm gonna go back. Before I clean the grout, I do the grout in sections and the floor in sections during spring cleaning. So I'm going to use this and a microfiber cloth to go over the areas right before I start the grout and the cleaning, but you guys will see all that. I just wanted to show you the tools I'm using on the floor.
Okay, I'm starting out with basically 4 across and 3 down. Just to get this neat extra fur. And I work in like little squares or rectangle sections. And instead of mopping the floor all at once, I scrub it as I go and finish each section. So I'm gonna kind of show you guys how I do it. The materials I'm gonna use are a bucket, baking soda, a toothbrush, a scrub brush, a stool, so I'm not sitting all the way on the floor. I have a bunch of washcloths, and you'll see how I use all of this. And I'm gonna just put water in the bucket. Hardest part of this journey begins, guys. So I have a little scoop with baking soda. I'll show you guys. I just kind of put it into the grout, and this is a kind of long process. That's why I work in little steps, baby steps. This baking soda that I keep touching the grout and like re-dipping with, this is for cleaning purposes only, so we don't eat with this baking soda. But yeah, you're just gonna keep doing that. This is a very repetitive thing. So I'm just gonna show you guys the next several steps and then work my way out and then show you what I do after that, if that makes any sense. So natural cleaner for me, that is half vinegar, half water, and some essential oils. I'm going to spray. It's not gonna have a lot of bubbles like that reaction. You'll see a few. All right, toothbrush, and I have the scrubber too. I'm just gonna rub the baking soda into the grout. Next step, I'm gonna dip in your bucket of clean water. Ooh, grab a rag. Okay. Just wipe it off. This takes me a long time because I'm going to grab multiple rags per section, and then once they have a good amount of dirt on them, then that rag is gonna go back in the water, and I'm gonna grab another clean rag. And then after I finish this section, I'm going to dump this water. So I keep working with extremely clean water per section. Okay, I'm just gonna lift anything that kind of went back into there, if that makes sense. This is not how I do it, but oh, this is the Miss Myers I showed you yesterday. This is not how I normally do it. Normally I would take this bucket of water that I just cleaned all the grout baking soda with and dump it in the sink and refill with a little more water and a splash of cleaner. But I just want to show, because I'm doing a really small section right now, that would be a waste of water. I'm just gonna splash some on there. And since I did a really small section, the water is not that dirty. So during spring and fall cleaning, I scrub cleaner on my tile. Straight up cleaner. Go back in that grout line after I do the baking soda. Tiles grout originally was a sand kind of color, like a light sand. You guys will see it once it dries. I'm just grabbing wet washcloths and cleaning the soapy water up by hand. I'm gonna let this dry and I'm gonna come back, but just so you guys know, my next step is to dump all the water, clean these really well with dish soap, start again for a section, but I'm gonna be doing larger sections so it'll make more sense. But I just want to do a small section, show you guys the whole process, and then I will show you the end result of this section after it dries. While that area of grout is drying, I'm gonna show you guys the nastiest of the nasty. This is the worst corner for baseboards in the house. I don't know why they put this horrible caulk, but it splits when they put the baseboards down. They just did a shitty job. Our shoes hang here for the backyard, so stuff falls. The dogs dirty it up. This is probably the grossest baseboard in the house that I always clean. What I do for all the kitchen baseboards is a bleach water mix. And spray it down real good. Let it sit for a moment, and then with a bucket of water and a rag, I'm gonna move this so I can get to it. Let's see if you guys can still see. I'm gonna come in here, move this, wipe out as much as I can. And I wipe all our kitchen baseboards down with bleach water and a rag. Just a little FYI, bleach is no longer tested on animals because it's been around for years. Now, you will still be contributing to a company like Clorox that tests on animals, but actual bleach is not tested. So that's just, then I go in there with a toothbrush and I clean as much as I can. Honestly, this corner doesn't get that clean. I don't know what the deal is. I think it's like absorbed into that white caulk they put down, but yeah, it needs to be repainted bad, but at least I can touch it up a little bit. All right, so that's as clean as it gets. It's such a pain in the butt. Of course, my friend starts texting me with the breakup drama as I'm trying to do this. I don't know, he's always breaking up with someone. It's always a big drama, and I'm always the shoulder he cries on, but honey, right now I gotta clean the grout. All right, so that is what the stuff I clean looks like. There are some stain spots. It sucks, but you know what? It is what it is. I might hire a professional company to come in here next year and clean the grout and seal it, because the builders never sealed it. That's why I'm having to do this so often. So yeah, this is the worst of the worst. I'm just gonna show y'all how bad it is before and then show you guys the after. So embarrassing. It's pretty bad. These are pretty stained. I don't know how these are gonna lift, to be honest, but it looks like we have dark grout when we don't. It's sand color. Terrible. You can see under the table the color it should be. Once I finish this section, I'll move the table over there, but this is just an overview of how, and then here, I've got to find a better solution. Where the dog's water bowl is, there's like that pink mildewy stuff that gets in your shower. I got to scrub that really well with bleach. So, all right, you guys see the before, you know how I'm going to do it, and I'll see you guys when I'm done. Pray for me. Oh, Jesus, pray for me. All right. At first in my head, I was like, I've done half the kitchen. Then I realized there's way more grout on this side. Oh gosh, okay, I don't even know how many, it's been a few hours. But you guys can kind of see this is the part that's not done. That's the part that is done. Over here is not dry all the way. I am stopping at this line here. I worked all the way up to here, and I am going to get some food, and I realized I don't want to walk back across that grout while it's still wet and dry. I don't want to like introduce dirt right after I finish it. once it's dry all the way, then I'm gonna move this table over there. And I switched from my stool about halfway through this to a rolling chair because I can like bend down and like scoot the chair as I go, but it's still taking me like a long ass time. So I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna watch Scandal and I'm gonna eat some lunch. And then I realized I have vegetarian pizza in the fridge, but I can't really get to it. So I'm gonna go treat myself to some Taco Bell or something, I don't know. Something delicious and terrible for me, but I'm gonna walk very carefully over here. So you can see it's like that now from that. So, oh gosh. It's so wet over there though, I don't wanna walk over there. But yeah. I'm just going to tell you guys now, this is most definitely going to be a part 3 kind of event. My legs are shaking from being on the floor and all that stuff, so I'm going to need a rest day. And plus this video is already like a little bit longer than I anticipated. So I'll see you guys when it's completely dry. Okay, it's completely dry on this side. And you can see all the crap I have left to do. This is gonna be fun. Okay, I wish I had more sunlight so you could see it's not actually that dark, but I just now finished at 8 o'clock at night. I took 2 breaks where it looks dark, that's still wet because I just finished all this, but basically this is what it all looks like when it dries. And it looks so dark right now because there's no more sun out, but it's a lot different. I wish you could see it in the sunlight, but I guess I'll show you guys tomorrow, but this is the first time they've been in here all day. What happened? Does it smell really clean? This one only cares about food. Does it smell really clean? They gotta come smell everything. All right, guys, so tomorrow you will see, this is going to be 3 videos. Tomorrow you will see Amber's birthday party because her birthday is the 16th. Yeah. Oh, did that make you excited? So you guys will see that, and then we'll be back to spring cleaning after her birthday video. Okay guys, so that is the end of my kitchen spring cleaning. I hope it helped you guys get some ideas or inspired you to clean your kitchen, and we're gonna start working on the living room. I'll see you then. Bye.